Hi, this is Valerie, and today we are going to talk about how to see who filled out a form on your website. Now, this video is going to be for our clients who have a website that we build or that we manage, and we have the forms from your the forms on your website are forms from your CRM account. And we would have already told you that and let you know about that if we built your website or if we manage your website and we change the forms. So what happens is when somebody fills out a form on your website, you are notified by email and some of you even by text each time that happens. However, when you log into the CRM, the ASNSPARK CRM, the question is, how do I know who filled out a form on my website? So there's a couple of ways you can know that. And one of the ways, this is kind of the long way, you can go to contacts and you can see the last person who contacted you is going to be at the top. So I can get rid of all these because these are all just spam calls. But let's say testing 2 filled out a form on my website, and that's how she got there. And I wouldn't know that necessarily by looking at her from the contact page unless I knew that there was a tag. So let's go back. So here's testing 2, and here's all the things she's been tagged with. So I can see that she's been to all these different places and done all these things. This is our demo person. So if she had filled out a form, there might say contact us lead or get started lead or something like that might be here. So if she filled out a form on my website, the first thing I would notice is that there's a tag here that indicated she came from my website. The next thing I can do is I can go to her profile by clicking on her, and I can go to additional info. And anything she ever filled out, any form she filled out, if you click, make sure you click hide empty fields because you don't want to see all the crazy stuff in there. You only want to see the form fields that this person filled out on a form. So if she filled out a form on my website, any of the fields that she filled out are going to be right here. So I can see that she filled out a recruiting form in this case. For some of you that this is going to be just a contact us form or a get started form, all of her answers will be right here. So you can see that. You can also look here in the middle and you can see all the correspondence. So if she did fill out a form, there's going to be correspondence in here that says, hey, thanks for filling out a form on our website. We'll be with you right away. So you'll be able to see, you can scroll through and see all the different correspondence. The other thing you can see is that you can see pretty easily what pages she's visited on your website, what surveys she submitted or forms she submitted. You can see all of that right here. All right, so that's one way to know. But if you just want to get to it really fast, you can go over here to sites, right here, sites, and you're going to go to forms, and you're going to go to submissions. So sites, forms, submissions. And if you have any forms, this says you don't have any forms. If you have any forms, all those forms, let's try surveys. Let's see if we have any survey submissions. Okay. No, we don't have any of those either. So let me go to a different account so we can look at this and you can see what it really looks like. All right, so let's go to forms and let's go to submissions. All right, so we can see that there are some submissions here. So these are all the people who have filled out a form recently. You can even change the dates up here and say, I just want to know who filled out a form in December. So I can say December 1 through 31 and see who filled out this form. And it'll only load the people who filled out a form in December. You can go through and count them. It says there's 127 records here. We have a lot of forms on our site. So, and then what you can also do is you can export all of them. You can download all these submissions into an Excel spreadsheet. So if I were to click this, let's see what happens. And there it goes. It's going to probably, because it's a lot of information, it'll probably put it in a zip file. But be sure that you're always, I'm going to say the last, I don't know, this month, or the last 30 days. That's what I want. Last 30 days. Just make sure that what you're looking at are the dates, because this sometimes defaults to the last 2 weeks, and that might not be what you're looking for. So Make sure the dates are correct. And if you have a lot of forms like we do, you might want to pick the form. So if you have a contact us form, you might only want to pick the contact us form. If I only want to see this form right here, then I'm going to pick that form. If you want to see all of them because you only have a couple of forms on your site and it really doesn't matter, then you can just leave it at all. But I have a lot of forms, so I might want to narrow it down to the ones I really want to see. Okay, so under sites, this is different than it used to be. Under sites, forms, submissions. You can sort by the form that you want to look at, and you can also change the dates so you can see what dates. And if you were to click on this right here, then you're going to go straight to that person's profile, and you can see all the communications that have happened with that person over time. Okay, I'm going to blur out some of this stuff here so that we're not giving away people's personal information. But I just wanted to show you that there are a couple ways to find out what people have filled out. So if I'm in their profile and I go to additional info, hide empty fields, now I can see everything this person has filled out. All right, thanks. So that's how you find forms that have been filled out on your website.